So this is gonna be the video for you. If you're somebody who just can't seem to finish your game, you get the game to the certain point and it feels like your game is going really well, really well, so well that you actually get out of comfort. And then when you get out of the comfort, when it gets too good, you seem to drag yourself down to the point of your game hitting the ceiling and never going past further. You find yourself never being able to finish your game, and that becomes a major problem of yours. This messes up your confidence, messes up your will to become the best indie game developer that you could possibly get. And if you're somebody who struggles with that problem, I understand you. I struggle with that too, and I understand it. I've done it so many times. There are so many games that never lived up to their potential, never got their finished version because I lacked motivation, because I lost the motivation I had. So if you're somebody who does that, I understand it. I've been there too. And now I'm gonna share with you a couple of secrets that have actually gotten me to the point where when I wake up, I immediately rush to eat, to brush my teeth, to rush to do all this morning routine just so I can as quickly as possible get to my computer and finish that game. Simply my body, energetically, I can feel it, and almost biologically, that my body wants to finish that game. And I'm gonna explain to you how you can do that too. So the number one thing that you need to do, and guys, this is so freaking important, this simple tweak in the mindset has got me to work on my game for 10 hours a day consistently and don't lose my motivation. I basically flip myself to the point where everything else is boring and just making that game is amazing. I got in a flow state. I become like OCD obsessed about that game, and that is the best way for you to get the most of it. Now, that simple little tweak in the mindset that you need to do is you basically need to sell yourself. And what I mean by that, for example, when you turn on your computer and when you sit at your chair and look at the screen, and if you look at the Unity, for example, or Unreal, or any game engine you use, and next to that, let's say there's a popular game, for example, Call of Duty. You have Call of Duty and Unity. And for example, let's say that you're a big Call of Duty fan. What's your brain telling you when the eyes see those two icons of those two applications? For if your mind just is at the point where it has to compare at the fun level Unity and Call of Duty, and for example you really like Call of Duty as an example, in this case, you're gonna lose. You're never gonna make that game. You really think about this. If the competition is what's more fun, Unity or Call of Duty, you will never turn Unity up. You will never load up Unity. You will never go to that because there's a lot more fun in Call of Duty. And basically to enter Unity and to enter Call of Duty takes the same click. So your brain in that moment has sold yourself to believe that you will get the more of the Call of Duty or any game you liked than the Unity. Because you just think about the now and or the next 1 hour, 2 hours of the benefits you could get. For example, if you start new game in Unity, it will never be as fun as playing somebody's fully made popular game that you really like. Basically, your mind tells you, I will have more fun with Call of Duty than with Unity in the next hour. So it's a lot easier to come up with reasons to turn in Call of Duty, okay? But what if you can tweak this? What if you can actually tweak your mind to believe that anything else, anything other than the actions needed to make your game done and finished is boring? What if playing other games, watching other videos, even doing other tasks that's not progressing you in that way of making your game are just not fun for you. Basically, your mind understands that it will lose if you don't turn on Unity and make it. So what I mean when I tell that you need to sell yourself on the idea, on the finishing the game. For example, if you're on a diet and if you have to choose between the carrot and the donut, and your mind thinks in the terms of taste, you will always go for the donut because donut tastes better than the carrot. If you just optimize for the taste, you will never eat healthier. But if you think of all the things that you lose when you eat that donut, getting out of shape, lacking motivation, lacking of thinking sharper, if you think about all the things you will lose when you eat that donut, and all the things that you get when you eat that carrot, and what is the key actually is to make this chain of upward spiral, like a hamster wheel, where one good thing leads to the next good thing, which leads to the next better thing, and better and better and better. You basically have to believe whenever you're in the Unity and making that game, it's moving you more forward to your project being complete. And what happens when you complete your project? If the project had the right idea and if it was made for the right audience, in the right genre niche, project can get really successful. If your project gets really, really successful, you will draw in a lot of attention. If you draw in a lot of attention, you can make your community a YouTube channel. There will be amount of people who will want to buy your game, watch your videos, follow your content, follow your stuff, and play more of your games. If people play your games, they will share it with others. If they share it with others, your game will get very, very popular. If your game gets very, very popular, you will get a lot of money for it. If you get a lot of money, you will actually change your life. You will achieve financial freedom and an amazing, amazing amount of success. So when you actually understand that, when you understand it deeply, you really need to marinate on this. You will hear it, but it will enter one ear and exit another. You really need to dive deep into this, think about this, sit down with yourself and think about this and sell yourself. And when will you know? When will you know that you've done it the right way? You will know where you see that game that you really, really like to play. For example, Call of Duty. Your brain will think, wait, I am losing money while I'm playing this. My game is losing popularity. My game is losing players. My game is dying and I'm losing money. And my passion for becoming an indie game developer is dying. My career is dying. Everything is dying the longer I play that game, because I'm wasting time. The number one thing I never want to do is waste my time. And when you see Unity, you will actually feel your body and mind and soul being drawn into that game engine, because you know that it is your way to get that success that you really, really crave and want. So basically, that's my core understanding of how I'm doing that, of how I'm managing to stay motivated without any effort. I just did this, and seriously guys, if you just do this, if you seriously do this, you will never have to motivate yourself ever again, because you will know. For example, do you need to motivate yourself to go to the bathroom where you feel like it? If you feel like getting successful, if you feel like being successful indie game developer, you will also know that you need to make a game. The same as when you feel like you have to go to the toilet, do you need to motivate yourself to go to the toilet? No. Fuck no. Of course not. Of course not. I don't have to motivate myself to go to the toilet when I need to go to the toilet. Same goes for your game and your developer career. So basically, accept the fact that you need to sell your mind to the process of making your game, and you will see that everything else comes with it, comes naturally, and your whole motivation will just live inside of you. So, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you. If you want me to actually go really deep with you about all of these topics, about the topic of motivation, topic of viral insane game idea, I will be making a course about it where I go very deep to the exactly ways of how I'm managing to make my games all by myself, everything do by myself. I will take you by the hand through that process and get you to make your best game ever. Thanks for watching.